Hi guys, my name is Dex. I'm the head of this college, and I'm your host in today's episode. Well, there is much to tell, but I can almost feel your burning question about a dog running a college. So let's start with that. I was handpicked for this job. You think for my cute face, right? No, not this time. It's because I understand something many humans forgot. There is no such thing as perfection. Only endless versions of creation. This is one of the basic rules of existence. It sounds a little fluffy, right? Don't worry, I'm gonna explain all of it. I like to use metaphors when explaining things to humans, because it makes the complexity of the emotional world more tangible. And let's face it, it's more fun for me, because I can let my creative juices flow. So, here's what we're gonna do in this episode. I'm gonna tell you more about what we call the system. Liz already mentioned it by comparing it to a giant that is so complex its workings go beyond our comprehension. You might want to hold on to that image, because this giant's got a few surprises. The system brings order as well as chaos to the table. I told you, there is no perfection. The system is everything that surrounds you from the moment you're born till your very last breath on this planet. Your family, your friends, your school, your work, but also your culture, your spiritual belief system, your relationship with your government, and so forth. You're connected to all of these different parts in some shape or form. The system is a man-made structure that you are a part of. As a matter of fact, you are the system's most precious part. Do you know why? Because there would be no system without you in the first place. Think about it for a second. Would there be schools without students? Would there be governments without citizens? Or employers without employees? I think you get my point. So, this man-made system cannot function without you playing your part in it, which makes you an active participant of this living giant, whether you're aware of it or not. So here's a question for you. Have you ever been angry with the system? Ever felt pressured, ignored, or disappointed by it? You might even have felt like there is nothing but sorrow around you. I get that. I really do. I've watched Liz go through all of it for years. But here's the thing. You need the system as much as it needs you. How, you ask? Close your eyes and let's visualize. Imagine yourself for a second waking up in the morning to an empty world. Everything you know has vanished. No other living creature on this planet. You might think, yes, no one to bother me. I can do anything I want. Finally. You might feel total freedom, because the whole world is literally yours. Until you realize there is no one to talk to, no one to learn from, no one to fight with, or to love. How will you grow and expand if there is no one to interact with? No matter how hard things can get in life, you are not here to live in solitude. You need the interaction to discover your likes and dislikes, to develop your skills, to create, to grow, and to live your most happy life. In other words, to become who you truly are. So, the system is there to tell you something about yourself, and it leaves you clues everywhere. We call these clues emotions. Here's a question. How many times do you stop and listen to what your emotions are trying to tell you? Stay with me now, because I'm about to tell you how powerful these clues are. Time to dive deeper. Mankind has created the system to understand and navigate the life we live on this planet as a collective, which is a good thing, because we need some kind of structure and regulation to keep things running smoothly, right? Let me give you a silly example. Imagine a 5-story library with 5 million books, but none of them are labeled or categorized. They're scattered everywhere. On the floor, on the stairs, on tables, on chairs. There's no reception desk, no signs, no directions, just chaotic piles of books. So my question to you is this: how will you find your book? Where do you even start? Would you be okay with other people getting in your way? And if many people want the same book, who gets it first? You see the problem here? We like our books labeled and organized. We need rules to help us access and use them. And we need those rules to be clearly communicated so everyone knows what's expected. Because some structure, when done right, sets healthy boundaries for peaceful coexistence. That said, the system that brings order is the same system that causes chaos. Why? Because it wants to control too much for the sake of preserving the status quo. Oh, that's just a fancy word for keeping things exactly as they are. Now, there's nothing wrong with trying to keep things running smoothly, especially if you consider how hard it must be to make everyone happy on this planet. However, the system forgets something very important in the process. Humans are free beings. Freedom is in their nature. When you try to impose an identity on them, when you limit their growth, when you take away their creative power and shape them to your own liking, they will resist and fight back, hence the chaos. Sometimes the system knows exactly what it's doing, playing its game silently. Other times it's too busy to even realize the consequences of its actions. All right, deep breath. Let's bring it back to why we're really here. In this college, we investigate the system and its workings, but that's only one part of it. We also investigate our individual inner workings. What I mean by that is getting up close and personal with yourself. It's like decoding how you and the system shape each other constantly. Because you do, whether you're aware of it or not. Take Liz, for example. She grew up defending and protecting what was dear to her. With every intense experience, she took it up a notch, until she believed she had to protect the whole world. While the belief grew quietly and influenced her behavior and life choices significantly, she never truly questioned the belief itself. See, beliefs can be tricky. They can lead you to the greatest victories and happiness in life. But they can break you just as easily. The biggest problem with humans is that they live such a hasty life. They never stop to question which hidden beliefs are pulling their strings. I get it, though. The system puts pressure on you. It tells you to compete and fight, to be recognized and rewarded. It demands conformity. It forces you to be on the move 24/7. And that's exhausting. Let me give you an example of one of my beliefs that controls my behavior. Now pay attention, especially those of you who are dog owners. You'll know this. I'm a Labrador, so I love food. You humans call it a weakness. We Labradors call it a joyful purpose. When I detect a snack, I'm focused 100% on my goal. There is absolutely nothing that can distract me from getting it. My brain makes me believe that I want the snack. I need the snack. I must have the snack. There is a laser focus that directs my attention only to that goal, the snack. I have a powerful sniffer that tracks snacks outside that Liz can't smell or see. So when we take a walk, I usually run the show, and most of the time I get my snack. But like I said, a strong belief can bring you victory and make you vulnerable at the same time. Here's why. Liz knows exactly how I feel about food. So if she wants to influence my behavior, she can use my need for food against me. Now let's face it, as long as I get the snack, I don't care much about who's pulling the strings. I'm just a Labrador. I don't question anything when it comes to food. But you've got an incredibly powerful mind that is meant to be curious, to ask questions, to create, and to expand. Don't mind the system. The system will always play its game, and you are already in it. So why not discover the rules of the game and create your own rules? Think about it. Has the system ever told you you're not allowed to play? Probably not. It's just not revealing its gameplay, which actually means it challenges you to level up your game by seeing through all the fog. Here's the thing, though. Nobody can tell you when it's time to start your own investigative journey. I watched Liz struggle for years, and it broke my heart. But I couldn't interfere. That's not how it works. You, and only you, know when the moment is there. And whenever you're ready, I'll be right here, just as I was for Liz. The moment she pushed that reset button, it was my cue to step in and introduce myself. So back to the question, why was I handpicked to run this college? Because I am an expert in just being, enjoying life to the fullest, which in my case means sniffing, eating, and playing. And that's exactly what humans miss in their lives at the moment.
Remember I told you how the system leaves you clues as emotions everywhere? Investigating those emotions will reveal our hidden beliefs that shape our lives. Because there is a belief behind every emotion you feel. My job is helping you recognize and collect as many clues as you can with those powerful sniffers of yours. I call that getting in the sniff mode. It's the best thing ever. All right, let's wrap things up. First, I'm not here to tell you who you are. That's why this college exists, so you can get curious about your uniqueness and we can celebrate you as a fellow being. Second, I'm not here to define happiness or success. You are in charge of your own joy. As far as I'm concerned, you're already successful if you can put a smile on your face. Third, I won't teach you to blame yourself or the system. This is a place where we create our identity and reality from awareness. We choose love over resentment. So yeah, I'm here to help you ask a lot of questions. The kind of questions that help you cut through the fog and level up your game. Sometimes all it takes is a little spark, a silent moment, a trigger to ignite your curiosity. Here's a silly example. Liz always tries to stop me from snacking outside. She's afraid I'll eat something that'll make me sick. Sometimes she drives me crazy. So one day I asked her this question. I've been snacking almost every day for the past 10 years. How many times did I get sick? She stopped and thought about it. It wasn't that many, maybe 5 or 6 times. I get it. She loves me and wants me to be healthy, but I'm a Labrador. My stomach is stronger than humans think, so I believe I have the right to snack, while she believes she has the right to protect me. The point here is not who's right or wrong, because we're both right from our own perspective. The purpose of my question was to make her stop for a second
and see things from a different angle. To make her ask new questions like, "My dog has always been healthy. What am I so worried about? Do I really believe that every snack can make him sick? Or am I being influenced by others' views without realizing it? If my experience proves that he's healthy and strong, can I be more relaxed about this?" See, one question of mine leads to many of Liz's, so don't ever underestimate the power of curiosity. Because what Liz would find out eventually is how her love for other creatures, not just dogs, but everything on this planet, can sometimes make her overprotective. I'm going to give many Liz examples in the future. Don't worry, she doesn't mind. We have a very special, unique dynamic. You'll get used to it. My next episode will be about boxes and buttons. Liz and I designed these as playful symbolic tools to use in our self-investigative journeys. They helped Liz a lot in connecting the dots of her own patterns. Unfortunately, my paws are not made to help Liz in the production. She's working on multiple tools at the moment, all by herself. Since we don't know what you like the most, we tried different things: videos, podcast, workbooks, all at once. So things are not always polished. But bear with us, we'll get there with your help. So remember, at this college, we don't judge, we just sniff. If you like our style, keep listening to us, because things are about to get really exciting when we start talking about those boxes and buttons. I'll let you in on a little secret. There is a difference in being or feeling trapped. If you can sniff out what's behind that feeling, you might just start loving even your most challenging box, because every box has its own superpower. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need a big, juicy snack. Until then, keep sniffing.